Hello, welcome back to Air Job Boss TV. We continue on with our interview question and answer series, and we'll get right to it. Today's question is, what do you want to achieve here by working here? Or where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what are your plans for your career here at this airline? This is to test a little bit about your commitment to the airline. Airlines that generally see pilots coming and going, regional airlines or airlines that don't have as generous of benefit packages or the working conditions are not optimal, pilots will tend to come and go, be more transient. And so the airline experiences high pilot turnover. And they are aware of this turnover, and they are many of the times not really trying to stop the turnover, but want to make sure that while you're there, you will be dedicated. They understand that their airline perhaps does not offer long-term, lifetime career benefits, opportunities, and such. But nevertheless, they know that they serve a purpose to the pilots that work there. They have relatively good compensation, benefits to which they can afford to compensate their pilots with. And of course, they have an environment that is rich in experience for pilots with less experience to obtain the experience they need, build the talents and skills and experience they need to move on to one of those career or lifetime career employers, airlines, if you will, okay? So here's the general idea of how I would recommend you answer this question. You really want to look at what that airline is trying to accomplish and then talk about your role in that accomplishment. For example, if the airline is expanding into new markets, you would make the statement such like, well, I look forward to expanding into new markets and flying to new locations as we develop our routes. Now you noticed who I was talking about, we. This is a technique that I ask pilots to drop in from time to time during the interview as an aside, that when you're talking about the airline and their goals, you use an inclusive pronoun, we, us, our airline. And this kind of makes them psychologically believe that you already work there or that you are already committed to working there inside their company with their culture, with their policies, achieving their goals. So moving back now to the topic, what do you want to achieve here? You can break it down into a few different categories. One, as I've already mentioned, and I think is the pinnacle point of emphasis, is that you are trying to match your expectations with their company growth, meaning the company is trying to win awards of higher customer service. If they've stated this as something they're trying to do, you would say, well, I look forward in developing with this company higher levels of customer service. I was a flight instructor. I'm seeking a job here at Regional Airlines ABC, and I know that your goal is to increase customer satisfaction, and it is also my goal to learn how to be better at higher levels of customer satisfaction. Okay, and then you're going to take several points like growing markets, larger aircraft, more sophisticated aircraft. For example, if they're using less sophisticated aircraft and they have orders for more aircraft in the future, more sophisticated or larger aircraft, express to them, I'm looking forward to moving into this aircraft, the larger aircraft, as ABC Airlines takes delivery of these aircraft. Okay, that is their plans, their forward goals, meeting your forward goals, and including yourself in their foreign goals, their future goals. Pardon me. Additionally, their general need for people to work up in the company. Every company, when they lose an individual, most of the time they're losing that individual at the top. For example, a chief pilot of their airline might be hired out to a real career-oriented, long-term airline. So you'll want to express to them you want to move up. If you're being hired as a first officer, you want to, one of the aspects of the answers to what do you want to achieve here should be, I'm looking forward to working hard and moving from a first officer position to a captain position. I know that there's going to be a learning curve and it's going to take some time, but as I work as an FO, I will continuously be working toward that progression into the captain seat. And after there, I hope to develop into a position where I could possibly be an instructor, a sim instructor, a fleet manager, an assistant chief pilot, a member of the safety team. Whatever that company has a focus on and that you see future needs that you can move up in the company, it's important that you express this because now you're envisioning a long career here and you're envisioning that progression. And it is true that people of higher levels within the company stay longer because obviously they have higher levels of compensation at higher levels. So those people and they have more vested, they have more time and energy of studying, they have more political investment in it as far as giving up time and volunteering for extracurricular activity over the years that they've already been there, and they've achieved this status. So those people tend to, number one, stay longer. Number two, work toward the goals of the company more adamantly because they are more vested and they have been working there and they fully had to understand what the goals of the company are in order to achieve those levels. Now, another point is you could look at it as your personal life. What are the achievements? What is this going to look like for you in your personal life? And you can offer this as another category as you answer the question in different categories like their goals, their needs, and then your needs. You could say something like, well, as the time I'm here, I hope to, over the time, learn a lot more about my profession. As a professional pilot, I use every opportunity, that is every training situation and every flight and every new experience with the superior or subordinate to learn more and to hone my skills as a professional. I'm not necessarily interested in being at the top of my field at this moment. I know that life is a journey and my career is a journey. So I really enjoy the day in and day out learning and improving myself as a professional pilot. So obviously I hope to continuously learn here. Also, I have a family and I hope that we can move into this base, establish a home here, and kind of make the airline part of our community. I would like to belong to a company that feels like family. And I want to develop that over time by treating my co-workers with respect, working hard for my company, getting involved in the company in the spare time so that my family feels comfortable. Obviously, higher levels of compensation I would like to develop over the years. That's why I'm committed to advancing in your airline, that was a slip. Advancing in our airline as I become a member with you, moving from first officer to captain to maybe an instructor position or even a chief pilot or some sort of management. Because compensation is important to every family for security reasons and lifestyle reasons. Okay, so that answer can be broken down into many things as far as so let's go back and I'm just going to hit 3 sentences on those 3 categories. For example, the first sentence is going to be, I know that ABC Airlines is expanding their route structure, and what I hope to achieve is expanding with that route structure. I look forward to flying into new locations and experiencing new layovers and possibly newer and greater technology aircraft as you take delivery and expand your business. Okay, second one. I also hope that I can excel and achieve more and higher positions at our company. When I work at ABC Airlines, I'll be moving from first officer, hopefully to captain, maybe to instructor, maybe to chief pilot, and making that progression so that I'm more valuable to you and I feel more enjoyment and more vested in the company as a family and a group that I work for. Finally, I'm just hoping that I achieve better standards delivering for my family. I hope that compensation goes up over the years as I develop seniority, better schedules, maybe Christmas off. As I gain seniority, higher levels of personal development. I just want to become a better pilot, and I'll be working at that every day at our airline. Okay. So you'll just want to formulate that, write down the major points. But I would suggest that you try to keep an idea of where they're going with their business. What is their future in 5 to 10 years? Or what is their stated achievements? And then formulate an answer that includes you helping them you carrying along with them, you as the member of their company, all going down this road together. And don't be afraid to use the inclusive pronouns of we, our company, as we move forward. Okay. All right. That's it for today. I hope that helps. Stay tuned. We're going to be continuously posting more videos here at Air Job Boss. If you want to know more about my service, you can click the link below at airjobboss.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next video.